Well, as far as cats are concerned, in my opinion, a blind set is by far the best cat set there ever was. A blind set every time. And that's provided you have the country that lends itself to that type of set. In the West, there's a lot of places when you get in the mountainous country and you get in a lot of brush country, a lot of big rock country, it's pretty easy to pick out blind sets for cats. And here in the East and the Northeast, it's quite often easy to pick out blind sets for cats. But blind sets are by far, like I even consider it for mink. Mink and cats go hand in hand. There's nothing like a good blind set. Absolutely nothing like a good blind set. A cat is a pretty fickle creature, and they're not extremely intelligent like everybody. Well, most people think they're a pretty dumb animal, and they aren't. But they're very unpredictable, and a cat can't be narrowed down. He can't be forced into a set with bait or lure like a fox or a coyote or other animals, or like a coon. And he's very, very fickle. And what attracts a cat one day doesn't necessarily attract him the next day as far as bait or lure is concerned. But with a good blind set, you got him every trip through. Right here we got a nice razorback situation. It drops off into a swamp both sides. And you can see the old trails here. These are old deer trails. And every cat that comes through this country has to cross right here. Otherwise you gotta go 200, 300 yards that way. Almost a quarter of a mile that way. Here's his main crossing right here. It runs out the end of it and crosses this old beaver dam up here. You can see it's a beautiful trail here. So we're going to blind set this trail. It's a pretty nice trail. Doesn't get much better than this. And if you're really going to catch cats, and you want to catch most of them, and you're lucky enough to have a lot of good blind sets, blind set, because if you can blind set cats, you're going to catch a lot of cats. You got them. Yeah. So we're going to have to use an earth anchor here. I don't like to use drags on cats unless I absolutely have to, because cats can sure hide with a drag. They have bad habits of going up trees, hanging up in the top of a pine tree somewhere. Or if you're in big rock country, I see a lot of instructors like to say, well, I use a steel grapple, and I'm trapping these cats. I want to get them off the trail, and I'm using a steel grapple with these rock. Christ, you look at them, they're in the rock ledges. Well, I'll guarantee you a man tells you that with a steel grapple. He's just telling you about all you need to know about his abilities. Because I'll guarantee you, you're trapping rats or cats in rock country where they can get in and out of those holes. You're going to lose one hell of a pile of cats. They'll take that steel grapple right down in those holes. You'll never find them. Anybody tells you that, they sure got a hell of a lot to learn about cats. That's coyote talk. It's coyote talk. There's a lot of good coyote trappers that can't catch cats worth jack. But make sure you anchor these cats. Make them sure they ain't going to go very far. Because a cat, if you can find one blade of grass to hide to, he's just like a coon. He'll hunker down there, and unless you make eye contact with him, he will not move. You can stand within 5 foot of him, stand within 3 foot of him. I'm going to stand on a trap chain, and that cat won't move. And he has a great habit of going up trees, hemlock trees, and evergreen trees. If you can't find your cat and you have got him on a grapple, start looking up. That's about where he is. We don't make any more mess here. This is a blind set, so we don't make any more mess than we absolutely have to. Okay, I got my earth anchor in here. I wire all mine. A lot of guys attach J-hooks into their earth anchors, and that's all right. Then if I don't get the earth anchor out, that's all right. It's there for next year. Make sure you drive that all the way in. And forget all the bullshit. Guys will tell you with earth anchors, some of them say, you don't have to set it. The coyote will set it. The cat will set it. Yeah, bull. They haven't used that many of them. You want to make damn sure that that thing's set before you set your trap. Because I'll guarantee you, after you set about 2 dozen of them, you're going to find one that pops out with you. If a man don't tell you that, he hasn't used them that much, or else he isn't catching anything in his sets. So make damn sure. You'll come back up there a couple inches. That's all right. So, just make sure he can't pop it.
An 18-inch earth anchor will hold just about anything except wet clay. But it don't matter if you got plaster and sand. Coyote can't pop it. Guaranteed, trust me on that. Just make sure you bed that in there. Good, just like you're making a dirt hole. Bed it in there. Bear in mind, these don't have to be concealed like they would be if you were using a dirt hole set. Just as long as it's broke up. We've got a lot of nice pine needles here. Just gonna keep it that way. We don't have to use any trap cover. That's too nice. One stick down this side. We got our stepping stick right here. If you want to feel a little bit better about it, you can use another one. Really put him in here. If you're going to use a stepping stick, never lay it down on one of your trap. Lay it right just past your spring. Now always make sure you push it into the ground. Otherwise you're going to have something come along, he kicks the sucker and he's going to pick it in over your trap. Then you've got problems. Oh, you make sure you push it in there. And you want it just about level with the dirt. Don't stick it up in the damn air that high. Making draw his attention to it. You just want him to know it's there. That's all you need for that set. You don't need anything more. Keep it simple. As simple as you can get. More complicated you make things, the longer it's going to take you to make sets, the less fur you're going to catch. Trust me. There's nothing like a good blind set. And that is a blind set. Never ever use a urine with this set as a sufficient remover. Don't use any lure. You don't need it. This is where he's going to be. Don't worry about trying to coax him up from there or down from there. He's going to be right here. That's what this trail is doing here. You set all these deer trails, whatever trails you got, old beaver trails, anything along these villages. A lot of cats hunt young beaver in the fall of the year. And they'll hunt along the edge of the flows when the young beaver are putting up a feed pile. And the old man always sends the young ones out. You hear all that bull by. Well, if you stay back from the house, you only catch the big beaver. Yeah, I got news for you. The old man sends the kids out to put up the firewood pile. Don't you ever forget that. And those cats or coyotes will work them beaver flows where a live colony is in the fall, especially a new colony. And they'll wait for the beaver to come up on the banks, get up in the bush and start cutting. And then they get between them and whatever they're cutting. And they'll wipe out a whole colony in 1 or 2 nights. So that's a good thing to know. So you can work a lot of these on old beaver trails. If you got a good trail like this and they're really using it, you expect maybe there's a pair or family cats in here, gang set it. Go down this damn trail and set half a dozen sets on every trail. Then if you have a porcupine claw or raccoon or something, you still got more traps working for you. But when you got good crossings like this, gang bang them. You got good blind sets, put 6, 8, 10, 12 in them. Especially if you got to walk any distance. If you got to walk any distance, you want to get the cats out there as fast as you can get them out. And that's about all I got to say about that.